All right, it's Friday, February 23rd. Just wanted to highlight a trade I made on NVDA this morning. Bought it here actually at this, this blue line here. It's 789.51. This line represents the pre-market lows. And obviously this is the hot stock, out there at the moment. And it had a nice gap up after, big moves up after earnings. It followed through with a big gap up today. So, that's a little exhaustion risk in the short run. You're well above the midpoint of the prior day. And even on the first bar, even though it went green, it didn't follow through on bar two. So even if it was going to be a strong momentum move, it didn't even unfold for a buy. Pause for a little bit and headed down here on bar number 4. So you were getting that pullback to start the day. To me, when I see a pullback early on a very strong stock that comes to the close of yesterday, and in this case also coincided with taking out the pre-market low, and then you get your green bar to the upside, that to me shows we're going to get a bounce likely. Depending on the whole scenario, the bounce a lot of times can come all the way back up through the high of the day. That's more if it's a little more shallow red to green, then it should take out the high of the day. In this case, I see it more as an opportunity, or I saw it more as an opportunity just to get in for a little bit of a bounce up. And tough to say if we're going to get all the way back through the structure. A little conflict in terms of the structure on the days down from the first bar, but we're way up in the big picture and only, way above the midpoint of the prior day. And we hit that close area and got a green bar bounce. So, on these stocks, you don't know, but, one of the things to think about is in a big uptrend, any pullback, you're going to look to buy. And if it's early in the set, people are looking to buy who didn't get in on that move. That's what I meant. So that's why if you get the red to green move down here at a good area, you could expect whether or not it takes out that high or whether or not you just get a nice bounce. And if you get a nice bounce, it's because there's a lot of volatility in play, that it won't take out that high, but there's plenty of room to, and this, to come up higher a little bit. In this case, we came up over 10 points. So like I said, I just bought the stock at 789.51. I scaled out at 793 just to set up an hour's trade over 3 points higher. And now, we're up to the 800 area, which I think psychologically I was expecting it to hit. Now I don't know, you might get a little push down here and hold and then start another push up. I'm not convinced you're going to get to 820 again. I don't know if the lows of the day are going to be taken out on this secondary push down, given we're still in an uptrend from yesterday. So I just wanted to point out the only trade today on NVIDIA, according to the way I look at the 15-minute chart, was a bounce, a red to green kind of move down here for a little bit of a scalp kind of a trade back into the range. And that's what it is, So I thought I'd point that out, just something to keep in mind for the future. If you see stocks that gap up big in a big uptrend and have that first pullback to the close of yesterday, and especially if it takes out the pre-market lows, which is the liquidity area, and then you get the green bounce, keep that in mind as a good, it's one of the trade opportunities I like to monitor for on strong stocks that gap up. So we will see where NVIDIA ends the day and ends the week, but clearly, big uptrend on this stock, and people are looking to buy the dips until proven otherwise.